This is the third. A vet's check of the favourite None So Spicy. The field stands ready. 1,000 metres, racing None So Spicy, got out very quickly for Pike and nicely played, also sprung the gates smart. It's driving through. Nicely played, going to lead as they settle down and goes to the front now from None So Spicy with a length and a half away behind those. Bang for Buck, who occupies third spot early. Over on the outside, Goldmaker fourth, a length and a half to the newcomer, Seven Candles. Then Sapedo Express show the way. Further back is One More Too Many, which is out there deeper, and last is RWWA toward the home turn. Nicely played will bring them for home. They went to the 400. Nicely played, a length and a half. None So Spicy. Now starting to work up a little closer. Bang for Buck on the inside third. Goldmaker to the outside. They're being followed further back by Sapedo Express. Nicely played. About to be joined by None So Spicy. None So Spicy with 100 metres to go. Responds to Pike's call. Sprints past Nicely Played and completes a hat-trick. Goes home None So Spicy to beat Nicely Played. Goldmaker third from in behind them, Bang for Buck. They were followed by One More Too Many and Show the Way. Further back behind those to Seven Candles, which didn't really flatter on debut. RWWA next home, back with it as well, Sapedo Express.
And so Spicy makes it 3 in a line now. Sean and Jake Casey train. Willie Pike takes the ride. And Scott, I am fascinated to hear what went on behind the barriers when you catch up with Willie Pike in a few moments' time.
Well, as we were saying, for anyone that took the $1.85, got into 170, and then the vet arrived back out to 185 on the WOP. So an understandably nervous last few moments. But what about for those punters that had walked out onto course today with their chest puffed, having taken the $3.20 about this filly on Wednesday night? They would have been mighty nervous late, probably to the point where I'm sure maybe some of them even considered laying off.
And I don't think I've seen that before. I presume that Willie Pike wasn't completely happy with her action or something in her demeanour to get off her behind the gates. And not often do you see horses be vetted on the basis of a jockey's opinion and be vetted clear and then start and then win in the manner in which he did.
And also not that thoroughly. We're talking about having trotted her up, inspection of both near shoes and legs. I mean, that's a pretty thorough examination she's gone through. And I suppose what you do have to say in hindsight, though, Lockie, is big tick to the vet, because this filly, nothing wrong with her.
Exactly right. And in doing so, she makes it 3 in a line to start the preparation. Nicely played, a wonderful return from her in second. She's a fast filly who was able to run out in front from Chris Parnham, and from there has run a very gallant second in behind a very nice horse in None So Spicy. But we'll now head to Riley Morgan, who is catching up with winning trainer Jake Casey.
Thank you very much there, Lockie. Joined by Jake Casey. Now, Jake, she was able to get the job done once again in very impressive fashion, but there was a little bit going on behind the barriers pre-race, but it didn't seem to worry her.
It did. It was a bit going on. Yeah, they don't know what was going on. She got vetted and obviously cleared to pass, and then they put her in the wrong barrier before she went in. But, she got out there and she sprung the lids well, and she was good enough to get the job done.
She comes from a family that you guys know very well, and is it fair to say with what she's been able to do this campaign that she might be the best of them?
I think so, yeah. She's it's been a good cross with the mare and Gingerbread, and she's been very impressive, and the way she just sort of jumps well, switches off, and then waits for Willie to push the button is very promising.
Have you thought too far ahead with her from here? What's the plan now after the fact that she's put 3 in a line?
Not sure. We'll just see how she pulls up. There's obviously a West Speed day here in 2 weeks, and there's a 3-year-old 1200, so we might have a throw at the stumps there, all going well.
What about Twain's Angel a little bit later on the program? What have you made of the start to her preparation this time in?
Yeah, obviously she had to start in a lot harder company. Big grade drop today, and with the claim, hoping she goes better.
Well done on the win, and best of luck later on today.
No, thank you.
There's Jake Casey after the win of None So Spicy. As Riley said, a family that the Casey family and the Daly family know so well, and they've had plenty of fun with that family all throughout their respective careers. But Willie Pike, so important to be a winner early on today's program. Obviously been well documented over the last couple of weeks that he's done it tough to get down to the 50 kilos. You've got some running updates with him throughout the last 7 days. 52.9 kilos last Saturday afternoon, 52 kilos on Wednesday afternoon, and earlier this morning, 49.8. He did it easy, the Wizard. He's the ultimate professional.
Well, I'm not sure that easy would be the word, Lockie, but he's done it. And I suppose that's the only thing he had to do coming here today was get there for Storyville. We certainly won't keep him long with this interview, but just wary of the fact that he's done all this hard work today and he's got a big Group 1 ride coming up this afternoon. But it'll be definitely worth waiting around and getting just a word from Willie about what happened behind the barriers and the reason for the vetting. But 5, 9, 3 and 6, all's well that ends well with the filly. She's too strong for them and pays $1.80 and $1.10. $3 a place about nicely played. The maiden into second, Goldmaker in third. Was another nice run there today. So for this filly, she's gone from midweek company on 2 occasions to a Saturday. She's taken the step up today, done it from the breeze as well, didn't find the fence like she did at her most recent 2, and she's proved a little bit too classy for them. Willie Pike having a good chat here to Chief Steward Brad Lewis. He's about to hand his saddle across to valet of all time in Peter Hall. We'll grab Willie back out this way. Willie, talk us through behind the barriers. As soon as you get there, you jump off, and then from there on.
Yeah, she jumped around a lot coming out of the mounting yard, and I think maybe she stood on herself or maybe struck herself. She didn't feel quite right. I was being led by the clerk. I tried to canter her to warm her up, and she just didn't feel quite right. But in fairness, the closer I got to the gates, the better she felt. Not entirely sure what it was, but it didn't affect her. She just the ultimate professional, gives herself every chance to win the race out of the barriers.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thanks.
There's Willie Pike. Great to get that insight from him on a very big day for the Wizard. Sean and Jake Casey, we said it was a big day for them coming into today's program, and they're on the winner's circle with None So Spicy, the speedy filly out of a speedy family. She settled outside the lead of Nicely Played, kicked clear at the top of the straight, but it was None So Spicy that was too strong late.